Hi everyone. I thought I would attempt a new series, if you will, sort of day in the life-ish. Bear with us for a few minutes while we try to rig up this new thing that we're trying to rig up. Yeah, that made a lot of sense. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we are just out for a walk. Jellybean is in the stroller. You guys are actually on the stroller. And Mr. Brook is over there. So, those of you out there may or may not know that Mr. Brook actually has a name that is not Mr. Brook. I know, it's shocking. So I thought the best way to start this day in the life series that I'm going to do is to fill you in on the last couple of years. And the best way to do that is to sort of let you know who we are and that fun stuff and what's been going on with us the last few years. Oh, there's a beautiful butterfly. Hello. Hello, beautiful. I don't know if you can see it right up there. Beautiful. Oh, yes. You tell them, Jellybean, you tell them. So, I am Brooke, of course, and Mr. Brook, his name is Michael, and we live in Ontario, Canada. A couple years ago, I had a couple YouTube channels, created various content online, and then I decided that I need to spend some time on my family and, you know, get my household together and all that wonderful stuff. And what a lot of you did not know is that Mr. Brook and I had been actively trying to have a baby for numerous years at that point. Excuse the noise. We're walking by, somebody's mowing their grass. So we had been trying for numerous years and had not been having a whole lot of success. Well, obviously, I suppose. So we started to see a doctor who was able to help us with fertility matters. And it turns out that we didn't need a whole lot of help, but we did definitely need some. Technical difficulties. Okay, let's try that. So we did definitely need some. So it would have been summer 2013. We began with the fertility doctor, and we did all the testing. And those of you who have ever had any sort of fertility challenges will understand. I'm going to put my glasses back on. I can see it a little bit better. If any of you who've had any fertility challenges will understand the taxingness of that whole situation. Physically, emotionally, financially, we were exhausted. But we ended up getting pregnant. It would have been about Thanksgiving last year that we announced to the big boys that there was definitely a Jellybean on the way, and kept it pretty under wraps for many other people. We kept it pretty quiet until we were probably 3 or 4 months. Hang on, contraption going down a little hill. Okay, there we go. So after a few months, we told other people. And as you guys know who knew me before, those who did not know me before would not know this. Yeah, anyways, I'm making absolutely no sense. This contraption is a little bit distracting. I think we're gonna have to figure out something else, Michael. Or
find you a better contraption.
Yeah, better contraption. Okay, so where was I? So we ended up pregnant, and we started telling people And then the beginning of December 2013, we were over the moon, happy, excited, anxious, scared, all of that stuff, but so delighted and feeling so completely blessed. And although Michael had been at the same job stably for 5+ years, he got pulled into the office and was told he was downsized. Today is your last day. Thanks for coming to the party. And that's when our world kind of rocked. We are wise people, as many of you know. We don't make rash decisions so much. And we weighed the options in front of us. Mr. Brooke, Michael, looked for a job. Pretty hardcore. Hundreds of resumes went out, and unfortunately, the job market in the area of Ontario that we lived in was not plentiful. And so after 200+ resumes had been out and only a few calls came back, and we're becoming more every passing day. Pregnancy is going well, thank goodness. So as we're becoming more and more pregnant with every passing day, we had to make some tough decisions. And one of those things that we had to figure out as a family unit was, do we stay in our home and try to ride out the storm and hope that the various jobs that he's applied for, one of them will come through? Or do we put our home up for sale and maybe lose a little bit but not lose our shirts? We decided that for our family, the best thing to do was to put our home on the market. And so we have been to a store and got some really yummy ice cream. Yes. And who are you, mister? Who are you? Who are you? Are you Jelly Bean? Are you Jelly Bean? So we are at the park. We are hanging out with Jelly Bean. We're hanging out with the Jelly Bean. Did we go have ice cream? Yeah, delicious. So where was I in our where have we been? So after we sold our home, we moved a few towns over into my father-in-law's house, and that has been a blessing in that we had somewhere, yeah, you have stuff to say, in that we had somewhere safe that we were able to go, and we've had a roof over our heads. On my side, you know, it would have been nice to be able to bring our baby home to our house, but it is what it is. So we have been here for about a year now, just over a year, and we've been actively looking for a place now for about 6 months, but we're not making rash decisions like we did with the last one. Not that it was a bad house, but it needed more work than we were able to handle. And it really doesn't make sense for us to rent at this stage in our lives. You know, to rent here in Toronto, for example. Oops, I just said where we live. Oops. But to rent here in Toronto, it's ridiculously expensive. To buy here in Toronto is ridiculously expensive. So we're not looking at doing either, but looking to buy in a sub-city a little way away from here, because it will be more affordable and that sort of stuff. And Michael is loving his new job. totally different than anything he's ever done before. But he is absolutely loving it and has things that are unheard of in today's economy, like a pension and an employer that actually cares about their employees' well-being. Anything else that this job has that a lot of other ones don't?
It's a job with a paycheck that was happy that much.
Well, yeah, when he was 3 months old, and not that being at home full time, you know, it was a bad thing, and I wasn't driving him completely crazy. And to be able to have those first 3 months home with Gavin and I, and to be able to be home with me for the pregnancy, you know, that was such a blessing. But Michael is definitely the type of guy that likes to be out working and likes to be, you know, contributing to his family, and that was a tough year. It was a tough year. But the job that you have now, there's a union, which is awesome. There is a pension, which is awesome. There is a solid, stable paycheck, which is awesome. It's a large company. It's not a mom and pop company like the one you were at before.
Yeah.
Which 10 years ago, I would have said the opposite, but it's nice to be with a bigger company. You have a little bit more security. What else do you like about your job?
Actual security, not what we thought was security at the last job.
Yeah. Yeah. What else do you like about this job?
I'm outdoors.
Yeah.
Working outdoors is a nice change. I've been inside at a desk for 7 years.
Or inside doing whatever.
I was not healthy.
No. So he's up and, you know, walking around a lot more, which is, he's really enjoying. His waistline is really enjoying. His cardiovascular health is really enjoying. Yeah, so this is Jelly Bean. This is Jelly Bean. So this is what we have been doing for the last couple years. Are you going to say hello? Say hi. Look at here. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, you see everybody at the park?
Go swing?
Okay, go swing. Oh, whee! So that is what we have been up to for the last couple of years. So you'll likely be seeing more of these sort of come along with me day in the life sort of videos, because I can do them with Jelly Bean in tow. Because one of the things about this job is right now the shifts change. So, you know, just when we get into, are you singing? Are you singing? Just when we get into a routine with our family, the schedule changes up a bit for Michael at work, and so we have to develop a new routine, which is, we're doing it, you know, but it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. Yeah? Are you showing them your big happy smile? Yes? Yes. Is there anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to say, mister? Anything? No? You're all done? Okay. So with that, I will sign off. I hope you have had a fabulous day. And anything else you want to say? Bye.